And welcome to the Rate Update with Dan Frio. I am Dan Frio. Today is December 7th, 2021. We're going to go over mortgage rates, what news is out today, and what my thoughts are for the next week or so. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Okay, so what's going on today? Well, there's good news out there. The Treasury yields or bond yields, we'll reference those in generic terms right now. Bond yields edge higher as Omicron variant fears ease. Okay, so basically what that's saying is mortgage rates are going to go up too. So what normally happens in a normal market, now we've seen a disconnect over the last 2 years because of COVID and everything else. You had stocks rallying and mortgage rates plummeting. That's usually an anomaly. That usually doesn't happen. Usually you'll see rates go up when the stock market goes up, and then conversely the same when it comes down. But the Federal Reserve stepped in and the government stepped in the last couple of years, just pumping money and pumping stimulus into the economy, which drove the stock market way up and mortgage rates down to historic lows. But all that good news is starting to come to an end, but no fears. The normal mortgage rates, and you guys don't like to hear this, probably right now should be about 4.5%. But we're still way low. So that being said, if your mortgage rate is still like 4 or 5%, please look into doing something. We'd love to help you. So that's it for right now on that front. So let's get on to where we are with mortgage rates. So we saw mortgage rates right now. This is where we opened for the day. So basically where we closed last night. You see the 30-year Treasury or the 30-year fixed rate, 15 FHA jumbo and the 5-year ARM. So let's go through those so I can explain the first line to you. So right now we have on the 30-year fixed rate is 3.22. Yesterday or the day before was 3.2. That means the mortgage rates went up 2 basis points, 0.02. We referenced 2 basis points. So you can follow suit down through there. So there wasn't really any major changes yesterday. 1/100th. Who cares? Okay, so that's what's going on yesterday, and that's where we opened the day. So let's see where we are headed right now. So people follow me on a daily basis because of this. Let me move my screen around a little bit so you guys can see in this area here. So this is what's going on with the mortgage-backed securities market. So let me explain this for you for a second for the newbies out there, and I'll be 1 minute with this thing. This is the this number right here, or this, let's look at this column over to the left section right here. You're gonna see UMBS 30-year 2.5, 102.19. Let's just scrap all that right now to make this as simple as we can. This number right here, and you're seeing it move because we're live this morning, is what's going on to the price of a mortgage-backed security. A mortgage-backed security is a bond that trades on Wall Street that is the biggest component of your mortgage. So please don't pay attention to the 10-year Treasury, the LIBOR, all this other stuff. The LIBOR only in the event if you have an adjustable rate mortgage. If you do have that, I'd probably suggest you refinance out of that to lock in the fixed rates because rates are only going up and up and up and up and up from here. So if you have a 3-year ARM in 3 years, where's that rate going to be? Can you afford that payment? So please be cautious there. So we follow this right here to see the trends, okay? So when we scroll up through, you can see this is what happened for the last quarter. Well, the last week or two, we really consolidated. Before there, it was a wild ride down. Okay, so I like the consolidation. So this is kind of nice. I think a lot of the people and myself are staying on the sidelines right now and say, what's the Fed gonna do when they meet here? I think it's next week that they're meeting. I'll post that later today or tomorrow, let you know the date on that because that will be an important date. They're gonna come back and say, this Omicron, what's it doing to us? How's the employment numbers looking? How's the markets looking? What should we do? The news yesterday is they're going to taper and taper fast and pretty big. So what that means is, in a nutshell, rates are gonna go up. I'm not the doomsayer. It just is what it is. If you're going into June and July, you know the temperature is going to get warmer. So we know the Fed's going to step back and start tapering their bond purchases. So we know rates are going to go up. So that's just, it is what it is. Sorry, guys. So what the economic calendar is for today, there's really not that much. The Federal Reserve or the Reserve Bank of Australia, who cares? Non-farm production, nobody really watches that much. Unit labor costs, that could be a piece of wage inflation, trade balance in the 3-year Treasury auction. Now, these auctions usually can play some havoc on the markets, but I don't think today will. I think everybody's sitting on the sideline waiting for the Fed, what they're going to do. Intraday, I hate this chart because we open up and we just plummeted. This red, I hate the red, and I hate red long candlesticks because this says there's a major trade down. You can see this is moving all over the board. Previously, we were down almost 30, so we're coming back a little bit. But you can see how we plummeted, eased back a little bit, and go from there. But it's just an open of the day. So this can consolidate here fairly quick or it can pummel from there. I'll give you a brief update on what happened later today. And also today we're going to talk about, you know, the rental market and the purchase market. And you guys are, I know, getting crazy nuts about this, but there's some bad news out on the rental market, and I'm going to have that later for you today. So that's it for right now. If you like what I do, please just give me a thumbs up. Subscribe down below. Hit the bell every time I post a video. You get an alert. Why? It helps the algorithms through YouTube help me get noticed, and I would greatly appreciate you helping me there. If you're like, Dan, I'm in a mortgage situation. I posted a comment yesterday. What's the most difficult piece of getting your first home? I thought maybe it was down payment. Maybe it was something else. The number one thing was mortgages and your loan options. That's why I do this video, is to educate you guys. The good news is I'm in most of the country and I have 180 plus mortgage lenders in my arsenal. So instead of you going out there beating your head against the wall, trying to find that needle in a haystack, use me. Just reach out to us, and I'm going to show you how. You can just go to therateupdate.com. That'll take you right here. You can give us a call up here. I know these things are a little bit hard to see, but you can find all this down in the description. Give us a call at 844-775-5626. The reason why I say that is some people have been calling the Loan Depot or something like that, and they're pretty ticked off at me. They're like, the service is terrible, and then they find out it's not me, so don't be duped there. I just found out yesterday, too, that somebody bought Rate Update. I am the Rate Update. So please watch these counterfeit places out there doing a lot of this stuff. And also in the comments down below, I try to comment or reply to every one of the questions out there. Watch some of the people that are answering on my behalf. I don't know what they do for a living, so please be careful. If you want really to ask me a question directly, you can post it or email me. My email is Dan, D-A-N, at therateupdate.com. Can't make it any easier. But if you'd like to schedule a meeting with us, because you're like, hey, I watch you, I work night shifts or whatever else, I'd rather book a meeting with you guys so I can go over what you can do for me, just click right here to book a meeting. Or if you're like, Dan, I just need to get the ball rolling, all you have to do is click the Apply Now button and you're on your way. Bunch of tools here for you to use. So that's it for this morning, guys. God bless, take care, and I'll see you later this afternoon. Bye-bye.